Succulents are one of my favorite plants to grow. I can remember growing them even as a child. I think all kids really love succulents. They have so many different colors, so many different textures, and for one thing, as long as you have lots of sunshine, they are so easy to grow. And one of the nice things about succulents is that they're easy to propagate. You can grow a whole lot more plants off of the same ones that you start with, so you can share with all your friends. So let's talk about succulents and what they're, how you do that and what they are. As you can tell from looking at these, succulents are very thick-leaved, very fleshy. They have a lot of water stored in every leaf. So that tells you one thing to know about the succulents. Don't leave them in wet soil. They must have soil that drains thoroughly and drains very fast, or else you're going to end up rotting the roots off. Now this doesn't mean that you never water them. That's different. Okay, I end up watering mine about once a week because I have a lot of sand in my soil, and they end up draining the soil through. They get wet, they use the water they need, and then the rest of the water drains off, and their roots are not standing in water, so the roots don't rot off. So that's a major key for growing succulents. As far as picking out which succulents to grow, it's just whatever grabs your heart, because there are so many different choices. But there are some things to know. Some of the succulents will root from the leaf itself very, very easily. And so this is one of the things I'm showing you here. Well, let's start with this particular one right here. This calancho actually puts out tiny new plants all along the leaf here. This is a container of leaves that I pulled off of the big plants that I showed you, and you can see where they're starting to put out lots of little baby plants there. Every leaf. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different plants growing. So think how many friends you can make happy. You can share your plants with. And those leaves drop off, those new plantlets drop off to the soil, and they put out new roots, and then you can pot this up and have a whole new plant. So you can see right here, when I have a sharing event at the Black House Museum next spring, lots of people can get leaves and get new plants off of all of these little ones that I have right here. This plant, on the other hand, but this one grows up to be tall, and you can start new plants from each one of these little leaves. So that's good to know. But you can also make cuttings of this one. So I can cut this off right here. That stem is going to put out new roots. And then this older stem is going to grow new babies. And those new babies will look kind of like this as they're growing. And then they'll get bigger and bigger. So lots of different ways of propagating and sharing sedums. Let me show this one other sedum down here to show how the leaf puts out the plant. See, there's the original plant, there's the leaf that I took off, and then there's the new plant that's come off. Break this out. And most times, this leaf, if you put it back in the ground, will start you another plant, and you've got this one to put in your dish garden or a little pot or pot it up. So sedums are wonderful things to grow.